Layla, when are you going to start picking up and cleaning up after yourself? Honestly, when you married my son, I didn't expect him to be dealing with such a lazy and slobbish person. I fully expected you to have some manners and to be able to deal with the household chores. Is it really that much to ask?
What are you on about, Tracy? There's no mess in the house at all. I know because I did a deep cleaning yesterday at your constant insistence.
Well, if it's so tidy, why is there a bowl and cup just sitting in the sink, huh? Explain that to me.
What? That was what I had for breakfast this morning. I was in a bit of a rush considering I woke up late because you decided to hide my alarm clock. I didn't have time to wash up my bowl and cup. But considering that there are only 2 items, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. I'll sort them out when I get home from work.
Ugh, don't bother. I've already washed them up and put them away for you. You're welcome, by the way. Not that you were going to thank me for doing your job, anyway.
Thank you, Tracy. However, you know that you don't need to do that. I am more than capable of washing up some dishes once I get back from work. It's really not that big of a chore.
If it's not that big of a chore, then how come you didn't do it this morning, huh? Were you just trying to make it a horrible space for my son to live in? And me?
No, Tracy, you know I wouldn't do that. I was simply in a rush.
Well, that's not good enough. As a wife, you are expected to take care of the house and all the chores that come with it. Not to mention that you're supposed to make sure that your husband has everything he wants. Just because you have a job doesn't mean you get out of doing these things. It was your decision to keep working when you could have stayed at home and looked after the house and kids. So now you have to deal with the consequences of that decision.
Tracy, you act as if me choosing to go to work is some terrible thing. I enjoy my work, so I'm happy to keep doing it even though I am married. And for your information, the chores are shared between me and Bradley so that neither of us is taking on too much. It's what responsible and caring couples do, instead of shoving it all off onto the woman. As well as that, it's only because I have my job that Bradley and I can afford to keep you living in our house with us. Especially considering that you don't bring any money into the house yourself. We need everything that we can get just to meet the increase in our bills, now that you've started using our electricity and water.
Oh, so now you're complaining that I'm using too much and costing you too much? What a lovely daughter-in-law you are. I feel so welcome in your home. That was sarcasm, if you didn't know.
No, I guessed that it was.
Anyway, you say that both you and Bradley need to work in order to keep me in the house, but we both know that that isn't true.
What do you mean?
Oh, do come off it. We both know that you only stayed at your job so that you could flirt with all the men there. There was no reason for you to stay there, not when Bradley is earning so much money at his work. I know that he's the one who pays for the house and bills. You don't really bring anything of value to the home.
And is that how you really feel?
Yes, it is.
I see. And who told you that Bradley earned more money than I did and that he paid for everything to do with the house?
Well, Bradley told me so himself.
What?
Yeah. The other night when you were working late again, although I'm pretty sure I know what you were actually doing, I asked Bradley if you really needed your job. He told me that you didn't, as he earned enough money to pay for the house and everything else. So basically, I know you just go to your job to get attention.
That's not true in the slightest. I love my job very much and I enjoy what I do. That is why I wanted to continue working. As for Bradley saying that he can afford this place on his own wages, well, I'll have a serious talk with him about that.
You can't get mad simply because I told you the truth. Even if you don't like it, there's nothing you can do about it. Face it, you just weren't cut out to be my sweet little baby's wife.
We'll just see about that. Bradley, why did you tell your mom that you could handle the finance of the house and bills and everything else without me? And that me going back to work was just a way for me to flirt with other people or something ridiculous like that?
Oh, Layla. Well, I guess I told her that because she was annoying me. She kept going on about how I should be the man of the house and that you should be the woman of the house. I started to tell her that you needed to work so that we could afford the mortgage payments, but she looked so disappointed that I just blurted out that you do your job for fun because I can cover all the expenses. I didn't want to see my mom upset or, worse, have her think that I'm not the man of the house simply because I earn less than you.
But you do earn less than me.
Well, she doesn't need to know that.
Bradley, you need to tell your mom the truth. She has been driving me mad with all of her accusations and belittling. She was complaining to me simply because I left a bowl and a cup in the sink this morning in a rush to get to work.
I know that she can be a little bit temperamental, but she means well. It's just her way of helping out.
I don't think it is. I think that she's purposefully trying to be difficult as a way to try and make me feel bad.
Are you seriously suggesting that my mom is being petty? That's my mom, Layla, and I don't appreciate you implying those kinds of things about her. I love her dearly, and I would be happy to see the two of you get on, so at least try to do so.
I am trying. I've been as gracious as I can be by opening up our home to her so that she has somewhere to live. I shouldn't have to put up with her belittling and nasty attitude as well.
Are you sure you're not the one being horrible?
No, of course I'm not. Whose side are you even on? Okay, I'll try. For you.
Thank you.
You're a little snitch, you know that?
I'm sorry?
Telling my son that I've been acting horrible to you? It's only what you deserve. You can't provide for my son the way that I can. I mean, you can't even look after a house for him. If anyone should be yelled at, it should be you.
Why are you acting so horrible to me? What have I ever done to make you hate me so much?
That's simple. You took my son away from me.
What?
Yeah, he should be relying on his mom to do things for him, not his useless wife. In fact, you don't deserve this house given how you let it get all messy and everything. And, considering that my son is the one who pays the mortgage and all of the bills, you're not actually wanted here anymore. I think you should leave. For good.
You have completely lost it now. Are you seriously trying to kick me out of my own home?
It's not yours. It's my son's. And he agrees with me.
No, he doesn't.
Ask him yourself.
Fine, I will. Bradley, your mom has gone too far now. She's trying to kick me out of my house. Can you believe that? I think it's time that we tell her that she needs to find somewhere else to live.
I'm not just kicking my mom out of the house. Besides, she has a point. I'm getting so sick and tired of your constant whining about her. Maybe it would be best if we just went our separate ways.
What? Are you seriously choosing her over me? I've done everything I can to make you happy, even letting you move your mom in with us even though I didn't really want to. And you decide that I'm the one being unreasonable and horrible?
Look, it's obviously not working out. Let's just be adults about this and end it. I'll keep the house, of course, as both me and my mom live there, so it only makes sense.
Oh, does it now? Fine, you can keep the house if you want it that bad. I'm sure I can find somewhere nicer anyway.
Whatever, just try and move your stuff out ASAP.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
So, did he finally tell you to pack your bags and take a hike? Huh, I told him he should have done that ages ago. He can do so much better than you for a wife. Not to mention that the house is ours. Honestly, you didn't stand a chance against me. I can't believe I actually get to keep living here, though. I thought for sure that you'd put up some sort of fight for it.
Oh no. Like I told Bradley, the house is all yours. I'm sure I can find somewhere much nicer.
Huh? As if. Your work is all nonsense. I bet you don't even get paid that much. You'll probably come crawling back to Bradley begging for him to take you back, and I won't let him.
Believe what you want. You'll see soon enough.
What does that mean? Layla? Layla, answer this phone right now. How could you do this to us? I thought that we were your family. Layla!
Oh, Tracy, what do you want?
How could you just sell the house like that? I mean, I don't get it. You shouldn't be able to do that. Bradley was the one who paid the mortgage and everything, wasn't he?
Actually, Tracy, I'm the one who did all of that. My job pays much more than Bradley's does, so we agreed that the mortgage would go in my name as I was the one with the highest wages. And because I technically own the house, that means I can do what I want with it. Even sell it.
Yeah, but we're your family. You wouldn't kick your family out of their home, would you?
Oh, please. You never saw me as your family. All you thought of me was that I was some useless girl who stole your son away from you. Well, you got your wish. Your son is all yours, but the house is not. Think of it as compensation for the hell you put me through when I had to live with you.
But...
Sorry, but I'm really not interested in whatever vile tirade you want to spew. I am a very busy woman, although I suggest that you and Bradley move out of the house ASAP. I've already got very interested buyers wanting to take a look around.
Don't be such a selfish witch. Just let me and Bradley live here.
No, I don't think I will. Not after the way you both treated me. You deserve to find your own place to live. Although, with Bradley's salary being so small, I can't imagine it will be a very nice place. Oh well, that's your problem, not mine.
Why, you...
Anyway, I've got a very busy day, so I'm gonna go. Please don't message me again. Goodbye. I ended up selling the house to a lovely couple who had a baby on the way. They were thrilled with the home and couldn't wait to start their little family. Tracy and Bradley were kicked out of the house, which meant they had to find a new place to live. They ended up renting a tiny, run-down apartment as Bradley couldn't afford anything bigger on just his salary alone, and his mom refused to work, instead demanding that her son provide for her. If only Bradley had listened to me, maybe he wouldn't be in the mess he is in now. Oh well, sometimes you have to let people learn the hard way. Warren, where are you? I left for the bathroom and you were gone when I got back. I've looked everywhere, but I can't find you at all. I'm worried. Warren?
What?
Where have you gone? Are you okay? Has anything happened?
Me and a few friends got bored, so we decided to go to a club in town. We're on the way there now.
Wait, so you just ditched me?
And? You're a big girl. You can make your way home by yourself.
Warren, the only reason I came to this stupid party was because it was for your work. These people are your coworkers. I have no clue who any of these people are. I can't believe you just ditched me with them like that. Who even does that?
Well, you're a grown-up, aren't you? Just talk to the people there and mingle with them if you want. Or go home. I don't care either way.
Well, that's another thing. Who just leaves their girlfriend to go home, in the dark, mind you, when anything could happen to them? I know that I'm an adult, but that doesn't mean I'm comfortable walking home by myself at night.
Well, then get a taxi.
Are you even listening to me? Do you not care how I feel?
Well, to be honest, you always seem to be complaining about one thing or another. I've kinda just stopped listening.
I see. Very well.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Look, I just wanted to have a bit more fun with the guys before heading home. It's just as guys, we didn't want any women with us, so there is no need to feel jealous. I'll be home soon, okay?
Do whatever you want. Just know that you're not welcome in the bedroom tonight. You can sleep on the sofa.
Oh, come on, don't be like that.
Look, Warren, what you've done tonight is really selfish, rude, and just downright mean. I'm not in the mood to deal with you anymore tonight, so you can sleep on the sofa or stay over at one of your friends' houses. It's your choice.
You're being really mean, Jill. Why can't you just be cool?
Warren, just don't. We can talk more tomorrow when you're not drunk, okay?
Fine.
And please, don't drink too much. Don't forget we're going away with your parents in 2 days, so we really need to make sure that we've got everything ready. And it would go a lot smoother if I didn't have to deal with you being hungover as well.
Yeah, whatever, I know. There's no need to keep going on about it all the time.
Okay then, I'll see you tomorrow.
Whatever.
Seriously, Warren? This isn't funny. Where are you? I was only gone for like 5 minutes. Why aren't you waiting where I left you? Are your parents with you as well?
Oh, hey, Jill. Yeah, my mom and dad are with me. We're all okay.
Well, that's good, but where are you? I thought you were waiting for me.
Oh, yeah, about that. I decided that I didn't want to fly coach, so I upgraded my ticket and my parents to first class. We're just waiting in the first class lounge for the boarding call.
What? How did you even afford that? We don't have that kind of money.
Oh, I took a bit out of the savings. I thought that after how hard I've worked recently, I totally deserve it. And I couldn't just leave my parents in the regular seats, so I had to upgrade them as well. They're really loving it.
But those savings are for the remodel of the house. We can't really afford to be spending them if we want to get everything fixed up at home.
Lighten up, will you? It's a vacation. It's a time to relax and just unwind a little bit. Something you really need to do considering how tightly wound you are all the time. It's like you enjoy moaning at me about anything you can find.
That's not true.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I'm sorry if it seems like that. I'll try and not moan so much then. I mean, you're right. This is a holiday, so we should enjoy it. Where shall I meet you then?
In Tahiti?
No, silly. I meant now. Where's the first class lounge? I can come and find you guys if you tell me where it is.
Oh, about that. You're still sitting in coach.
Huh?
Yeah, they only had 3 spaces left in first class, and me and my parents got them. There is no space for you.
But that's not fair. Surely you don't mean to leave me in coach on my own.
Well, yeah, you've flown on planes before. You know how it is. I really don't want to suffer those uncomfortable seats for hours, so I'll be sitting in first class. That's why I got the tickets in the first place.
But what about me?
What about you?
I'm just expected to sit in coach, on my own and surrounded by strangers, whilst you get all the comfort and luxuries of first class?
Oh, don't start. I thought you literally just said you were going to stop moaning as much. Don't tell me you can't even last 5 minutes without moaning.
I think I'm allowed to be a bit annoyed at the fact that my husband has ditched me, for the second time in 2 days, so that he can do something more fun whilst I'm left on my own in an awkward and uncomfortable situation.
It's not even that bad. We'll be on the same flight, just in different sections. Plus, we'll meet up once we get off of the plane, so the only thing that's happening is that we'll be sitting in different seats a few feet apart. It's not that big of a deal.
It's not that simple, Warren. All you're thinking about is yourself. I thought that we were a couple. That means that we need to think about one another and do things that benefit each other, not just ourselves.
Oh, don't start, please. I just want to enjoy myself this holiday.
So do I. But how can I do that when you're going off, spending all of our money, and not even including me in the things that you do?
Well, you're gonna have to figure it out yourself. I'm being called to board now, so I'm turning my phone to flight mode. I'll see you when we land. Maybe by then you'll have stopped being so crabby.
Warren, wait. Warren. Okay, this is the last straw, Warren. I can't believe what you've done.
What now?
What do you mean, what now? You've booked me an entirely separate hotel room to stay in. What is that about?
Well, I figured that it might be for the best whilst you're here.
Why?
To be honest, your moaning is really annoying me. I want to enjoy my time without having to deal with you complaining all the time. Not to mention that my mom also thought that it would be better, as she doesn't feel that comfortable around you. I don't want to upset her.
What? Why does your mom feel uncomfortable with me? It's the first I've heard anything about it.
Well, you know I tell her everything, right? Which includes when you get really argumentative with me. My mom thinks that that's not right, and she really doesn't like it. She was worried that she would say something to you about it and that it would become a whole thing. So she asked me if it was possible for you to sleep in a different room.
Hang on. When you tell your mom that we get into arguments, do you tell her why? Mainly, how you usually have done something stupid or selfish to upset me? Like, when you just randomly ditch me?
Well, I tell her what she needs to know and what really matters. It doesn't matter why you're acting the way you are. All that matters is that you're being insufferable. And she needs to know that.
But you don't care if I'm humiliated. Or if she doesn't like me.
It shouldn't matter to you. She's not your mom.
But she's still a part of my life because you are, so I want her to like me.
Well, maybe work on that whilst we're away.
How can I do that when I'm in a completely separate room from all of you?
Look, I didn't really want to say this, but you're really not leaving me any choice. I don't really like you anymore, Jill. You're just annoying and constantly on my back about everything. I just want to have fun and stuff, and you're always complaining about it. Like, why can't you just let me be? Just let me have my fun and you can do whatever you want. Why is that so hard?
It's not that I don't want you to have fun, Warren. I would just like to be included in that fun. I love you and want to spend time with you. But it seems like no matter what I do, you're dead set on excluding me from everything. Like this holiday. I set everything up and arranged everything, and yet, once again, you're excluding me by putting me in a separate room. How is that fair? Don't you love me?
Well, to be completely honest, no, not anymore.
What?
I find you annoying and boring. Who would want to spend time with someone like that? I was gonna wait until we got back from this trip, but I guess now is as good a time as any.
What do you mean?
I want a divorce.
What?
Yeah, I've had enough of you. I think it's time that I find someone better, someone who's a bit more fun and actually lets me have a good time.
Is that seriously how you feel?
Yeah, and my mom agrees too.
I see. Very well, if that's what you want.
Huh? Seriously? You're gonna agree just like that?
Yep. There's no point in arguing with someone who's made their mind up. I'm not going to beg you to take me back. I know my worth.
Great. Phew. That was easy. Well then, I guess that means that we don't have to spend any time together on this trip or anything. Now I can actually have some fun. Whatever. I'm gonna go and have some fun.
Uh-huh. Sure. I can finally have fun myself without having to worry about you doing something stupid and humiliating me like always. The only one who looked like a fool is you now.
Jill, we need to talk, like right now.
Warren? What seems to be the matter?
You know exactly what's wrong. Why have me and my parents been kicked out of our suite?
Oh, that. Well, the reservation was made on my card because, like I said, I sorted this whole trip out. With the fact that we're no longer together, I felt that there was no need to let you sponge off of me anymore.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that you no longer have access to any of my money. I've kicked you off of all of my accounts.
You can't do that. I need that money. Without that, I have nothing.
Surely you don't have nothing. You have the money from your job, after all.
No, not anymore.
Oh,
I spent it all. I just wanted to have a bit of fun, so I went out with the guys and we went to a few clubs and a few casinos and stuff. Maybe I went out one too many times, but I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal. And sure, I might have racked up a bit of a debt, but with your money, it would have been easy to clear up. See? So you can't just take your money away. I need it.
Well, you see, there's one little problem with that. It's my money. I told you so many times not to spend all of your money and to be more responsible, but you didn't want to listen. You just wanted to have fun. Well, I hope it was worth it, because you're going to have to face the consequences of your fun now.
But you can help me, can you?
No, I can't. Or more like, I don't want to.
What? Well, why not?
Because I tried to help you when we were together and you didn't want to listen. You just called me boring and whiny. You ignored everything I said and kept on fritting all of your money away. Now you need to deal with the consequences of that.
But...
Anyway, I'm going to go and enjoy a nice long bath in my new lovely suite. Maybe your mom or dad can help you find somewhere to stay tonight, because you're not going to get another penny out of me.
Hang on, Jill, wait!
Goodbye, Warren. Have a nice life.
No!
I enjoyed the rest of my trip, doing all of the things that I wanted to do, but that Warren would always say was too boring simply because it didn't involve a club or drinking. After the trip, I went home where I finally divorced Warren. Once that was gone, it was like a weight had been lifted off of my shoulders. I was finally free to pursue what I wanted to, without having to worry about Warren and what he was up to, or whether he was spending all of our money. My life has truly turned around for the better. As for Warren, I heard his trip wasn't too great as his parents refused to let him spend money on things like alcohol and casinos. Also, he had to move back in with them when he got back home, as he simply had no money to buy or rent himself a new home. Now that he lives with his parents, he has a specific time that he can get back home. Or he gets left out and he has to contribute to the rent and bills. I bet he's loving that fun lifestyle now, especially with all of that debt he's got to pay back.